Thanks to him, we have won the first place. You can see here, I have this little cup. Hey, my name is Joel, and this is my Path to Peak Performance podcast, where we talk about my journey on the way to achieve peak performance. Remember when last episode I told you that I'm withdrawing from Helsinki tournament? Well, it turns out. So I did request a withdrawal. I sent an email and I got the information back that since the official deadline for withdrawal has passed, if I want to withdraw, I have to pay a fee of 150 euros. That's a bit more in American dollars. And my initial idea of why to withdraw, since I was a bit injured, I have this Achilles pain, and I shouldn't push crazy hard to not risk a heavier injury, but I still can play with not full power. And my idea was that it's a bit lame to do on that level of tournament. Plus there are people on the waiting list that maybe I want to give a chance to, since I cannot play full power. However, since I would have to pay that fee and Helsinki is quite close to where I live, I thought that, okay, well, I'm not gonna pay that fee. I will just go and play as well as I can without going full power, and let's see what happens. So I did go to Helsinki and I did play. You can see some of the footage here from the room, like the gym where we were playing. Even though I unfortunately didn't take equipment to film my match, so I don't have any footage from that, luckily, because it didn't go so well. So the player I played with was a Danish player, and Denmark is overall really good in badminton, for those who don't know. And this guy completely destroyed me. I had no chance. Even if I played full power, he would completely destroy me. I don't think there would be a really big difference. So it's good that there is nothing that I didn't record. You are not missing anything, nothing to see there. But from the other perspective, it was a good experience, because so far I was relatively lucky that in all of those international tournaments I got paired with opponents that I was able to play. Some of them I think I could have even won with the skill level that I have, if I played some things better, not just make less mistakes, do super cool shots, but more better strategically positioned shuttles or whatever. I think that I was decent enough that I could even win some of them. It might be just my imagination, but definitely I feel like I was able to play them. For some results were close to with the points close to winning. So and this time it's the first time that I got this really good opponent that I absolutely cannot do anything about. Lots of players that I know that are quite better than I am sometimes go to the same tournaments, and then they get paired with somebody really strong that even they don't have a chance against. And I didn't have that experience, and it's good to kind of feel this opponent who is so strong that you can't do anything. It kind of pushes the ceiling up to show you where you can go. It's not all great, of course. It's tough to be there and be so beaten so badly. And I in general sometimes feel on those tournaments with this imposter syndrome, because I play not for that long. I'm not professional player in a sense, majority of people there who start from early age, who are constantly training and are proper badminton players. I'm just a rando who loves badminton and wants to get better. So I do feel this imposter there, and then especially when I'm losing so badly, it feels oh my god, what am I even doing here? But at the same time, it is, yes, as I said, good experience, because it moves the ceiling. It shows like how is the experience against somebody who is really a lot better compared to the foes that I usually play with. So yeah. And then tournaments. So this was like one tournament. The week after that, so last week, there was a company tournament in Estonia. Company tournament is a tournament where different companies compete in badminton. So employees, companies come to the competition and they represent their company. There are still like these different events like singles, doubles, mixed doubles, men, women, etc. And different level categories. So there are like beginners, like medium, intermediate, and professionals that they called here elite. And then you compete in those categories, and from people from the same company, they sum up their points based on the placement they got in their category, and based on that, they somehow rank the companies for result of which company wins or gets which place. So far, my company that I work for Microsoft, we haven't in last years in Estonia gotten any medals. As a company, we got in individual events, but not as a company. We didn't get anything. I think the best place was 5th or something like that. But this year we have gotten 2nd place, so this is really great. We have this like big cup. So thanks all the colleagues who participated and supported our good placement. I have played singles and men's doubles. Men's doubles I played with this friend Abdu that you saw I think in last episode that I talked that we played in another tournament just for trying. He also works in Microsoft with me and we played together. In singles I got a chance to play against my previous coach. Before I started training with Raul, who is my current coach, I was training with a guy named Ram. He was also like really good coach, and this is the first time I think that I got to play against him in like official tournament, let's say. So this was a cool experience. I don't think that he played full power, but I was able to play him. I was also not playing full power. I still don't know like what's the difference, but I was definitely able to play him. I was not just a rando he's toying with. So as much as I still have a lot of room to grow and I want to be better, and can from some perspective say that I'm not satisfied with where I am in terms of my badminton level, it's definitely visible that I have improved a lot since a few years ago when I trained with Ram. So that was great. I didn't proceed to this first 3 spots in singles where you get a medal because it was this system where if you lose you don't basically proceed forward. Abdu was competing in the same category in this elite highest level singles, and he has ended up in finals with this ex-coach Ram, and he has beaten Ram since Abdu is a better player. And Microsoft got first place in men's singles elite. Then when we played doubles, it was a bit better than this last time. I don't know if you remember, I was saying how last time it was like total disaster. I didn't know what to do. I never played doubles, and I was so lost on what to do, how to serve, like how to position myself and so forth. This time it was a bit better. I would say that opponents were likely also a bit weaker. I'm not 100% sure. It might be that I adjusted a bit more. But still, I think that I was like really bad. First match I was lost. I didn't know really much what to do. Next matches were a bit better. I at least enjoyed them. It was like fun. But Abdu was definitely pulling for both of us. He's a really good player and he could have beaten those opponents alone without me being there. So thanks to him, we have won the first place. You can see here I have this like little cup, and yeah, so first place in men's doubles elite. Other people from the company, colleagues, have also like gotten some placements as well and contributed overall towards us as Microsoft in Estonia getting second place, which is great. First time that we got this. Other than that, badminton trainings have been adjusted a bit, as I was saying last time. One-on-one trainings with Raul, I was focusing on like technical training with almost no movement. I was mostly like walking, maybe some like jumps for smashes. And I feel that this is helping to improve my technique. On the group trainings in the evenings, I was playing with this like more younger kids, weaker players than usual, so that I can put less pressure on my feet and focus more on quality. And I feel that this is also like helping me to develop, because as I mentioned last time, I feel that I can play against stronger players with leveraging my like, let's say, stronger legs compared to the people I play with. Still top level badminton players are definitely stronger than me, but for the level of players that I play with who are better in badminton than I am, I have maybe stronger legs, and then I can, I don't know, even if I do a bad placement of a shuttle and I'm in a completely different corner, I can still like run and get the shuttle in the opposite corner, where this is maybe not like a standard expected thing that you should do. So I'm kind of cheating or like compensating for the lack of my badminton skills with my like physical ability, and using less of this physical ability and playing with weaker opponents helps me focus on my badminton skills and improve them. So this is definitely very useful. However, this is still too tough, because in the last 2 weeks I have again gotten to a point where the Helios kind of more or less passed. I wasn't feeling any pain, and then like again having pain and feeling it, which is not great. In addition to that, throughout the calisthenics training, I have injured a bit. It's not that bad. I think I did like some small, like too much something with my right shoulder in combination with everything, like training, and I did a bit more smashes with Raul. So I don't know exactly what was it, because it's not that I did some movement and then like, oh, it started hurting. It was more like, overall at some point it started hurting a bit. I felt something and a bit more over throughout the day. And I feel it was the day when I randomly did like one arm pull up on my right hand. I cannot do it like fully, maybe like till here. I don't know, I just was hanging while I was resting between the sets in my calisthenics training, and I don't know, felt strong, and then like pulled and was like, oh, it's cool. I didn't feel any pain there, but yeah, it was like really hard, and those like absolute strength pulls are challenging and difficult for the muscles, and are making it easier for you to injure. I didn't even warm up for that. Yes, I know I am stupid, but so I feel that this definitely contributed a lot. And now my right shoulder is a bit sort of painful in some positions. It's really hard to say what, how, where, when. In some positions I can trigger it to like feel some discomfort, pain, so sort of something. I have been today at physiotherapist, and upon like looking for this, testing for different, I don't know, external, internal rotation, stabilities, different things, she said that the shoulder should mostly probably be okay. Just some of those like micro fractures, damages that happen in the muscle as you train, like a bit more than usual happened in my this back delt, and this should more or less recover on its own within the next few weeks. I just need to be a bit more careful not to do something crazy. So this is great, but yeah, point is that again, Achilles still this the way I do it is not low enough to not feel any pain, and I spent a lot of time last week researching different ways to recover tendons, Achilles also specifically, because as I mentioned also some weeks before, I'm trying this reduced load of this calisthenic strength training instead of doing this ABC trainings 6 times a week, so 2 times each, ABC, then ABC, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm put it to have day of rest in between, and I was planning to use it to do more of this prehab, pre-rehabilitation, so that doing exercises for all the joints and stuff, so that you wouldn't even get to injury, and also extra mobility, because that also helps with both performance and less likely getting injuries. But I haven't really done anything so far. It's not so much that I didn't have time, but even if you say, okay, I will do an hour of this thing, and hour is quite a lot of time for those exercises. Problem is that when I have an hour now, and no matter what you're going to do, if you don't know exactly what to do, if you didn't plan it, but you have to do something, and you need to start figuring out what to even do when you have that hour window, you are likely not going to do it, and I haven't done it. So during last week, I spent a lot of time researching, thinking, planning how to restructure and organize all of my trainings to fit nicely together, and that I have significant time dealing with lots of different exercises for all the joints, not just for the Achilles, to help prevent future injuries, strengthen them, and also deal with my Achilles. I am still not finished with that. I have gotten most of the information. I think now I have to just do final parts of balancing all the exercises, fitting them somehow in the week. I was hoping to finish that by end of Sunday, so on Monday I can start, but now on Monday when I'm recording this episode, again a bit later than I usually post it, I'm still not finished, but I hope to finish this today and already do some initial training today. Some of the main things that I found, I will not go here in details of that, I'm anyway not an expert, I will be trying things out, is that for all the these tendons, the first level, for starting rehabilitation, of starting initial trainings when you, need to build up to put heavier load on the tendons, ligaments, is to do isometrics. So put this tendon under really heavy load, but just hold a static position. And there are different versions depending on which tendon you want to load. I gotten from my physiotherapist the version for Achilles specifically. You're kind of in a position of what you would do calf raise, but you're just slightly raised above being on the floor with the foot that you want to do, and you do it on one leg, so not fully up, but maybe just slightly bit heel elevated from the floor, and you put a lot of load on yourself. It's easier to do it on Smith machine, which is fixed on the side, so that you don't have to deal with balance, but purely just putting load on the tendon and hold the static position for 45 seconds and do about, I think it was 5 sets of that. So this is something that should help rehabilitate the tendon, and there are similar exercises, etc., for all the other joints that can be done. I will not go in this video over them. Let me know in the comments if you want to know more. So this is the first level. Then the next one is doing these closed chain exercises, which are usually used for targeting specific muscles, but doing them around the tendon that you want to train. So yeah, for Achilles again, like standard thing would be these like calf raises, but more maybe with bent knee, so that it's targeting the soleus muscle that is down there, like attached to that tendon. And yeah, doing mostly like for this like tendon loading, you would do more repetitions as well, so that you get this feeling, you know, like if you take something like really easy, for example, I don't know, like squeezing your hand, and you just go like this for like 1,000 repetitions, then you will get a lot of blood flow. You will feel like your hand is feeling like really like warm, hot, and it's hard, but it doesn't feel like you're like damaging anything. It's just you get like exhausted, and it gets like really hot and warm because lots of blood flow is coming, and help this like blood flow brings all the like nutrients and stuff and helps to like heal the surrounding tissue, etc. So this is also like very good for tendons, ligaments, recovery, and so forth. And then the last one would be things like plyometrics, where you really like for ankle you like spring off, like you're doing like jumpings, because that puts like so much bigger force on it, and this is what those tendons are even like made for. And for that, yeah, again, you don't need to start with some like crazy load on that. You can do like all three of them with some level of load, and one of them is the one that I plan to start working with for a long time, but I still didn't do anything. And for ankle, yeah, the very standard one are like little jumps, hops, like you can do like rope jumps, for example. And yeah, rope jumps are the ones that I wanted to do for a while, and still nothing. I would got a nice fancy rope that was all over the internet, YouTube, everywhere. I don't even remember the name anymore, but I didn't really use it. But now, yeah, I will start with a very small load, maybe like even 10 to 20 seconds per day of just like light hopping over it, just to do some gentle load and get these tendons, Achilles, used to this like springing, etc. And hopefully those things, with trying to manage the load, with like reducing pressure and not going crazy in badminton, will help heal the tendon. The interesting thing that my physiotherapist said is that my body's already, since first time that I had something with this tendon was a year ago, and I am dealing with this for basically a bit more than a year now. On and off, I'm having some pain and then no pain and so forth. That means that I'm doing similar-ish load during the training, and I'm living with it. So the tendon hasn't like broken, nothing has gone really bad. It's just gets like really tired, and then I cannot do anything. I feel some pain. So if I now drastically reduce the load, in the sense that I skip, I don't know, 3 trainings out of 6 in badminton, then this would reduce also the load on like lots of other muscles that are used in those like and tendons in those same movements, and then it's harder later to get back into it. So what she's recommending is to try to adjust the load and stuff that I'm doing, so that I don't get to some like big pain with my Achilles, and do these supplementary exercises. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do that, and hopefully this is going to help. I know that all of this takes time, and I know that I'm talking about these injuries for like almost every episode now, but these are the things that also might be interesting for you to hear, because usually when you look at athletes, they maybe film some videos and stuff after like years of when they have dealt with these issues, and then they say like, oh, I had this like problem, tendinopathy, whatever, I wasn't able to walk, and now like I'm superhuman, flying, whatever. But you don't see this journey, the path where they were like struggling, and how this affected them like week to week. And here with me you get to see those weak moments, and hopefully one day in the future, when we get to the point where my tendons and Achilles are super strong and I'm super awesome, cool badminton player, we'll be able to kind of like see that this is possible to get there, but not just see this end result and hearing stories about the past, but you will have documented this whole journey in between. So yeah, that's something. From additional, let's say, alternative approaches of things that I want to try, like we have this like red light therapy that I'm still trying with, and we'll see how it goes. And I have this Tetsar, so I rented again this Tetsar machine and was doing a bit both my shoulder and my Achilles, thanks to my girlfriend who was helping me do it, because some of those things are difficult to do yourself. But during my research, I stumbled upon another therapy that's based on lots of reviews from people and research and so forth. Looks very promising. It's called, I'm looking at my board here because I wrote it down, HBOT, and it was basically some kind of oxygen therapy where they put pressured, you go into a chamber, and this chamber is under pressure, and they put oxygen mask to you where you're getting hopefully pure oxygen under like more pressure, so like let's say 2 times atmospheric pressure than usually you're breathing, and you stay there like for an hour, 2 hours, and you go like that for like every day for like few months. And this has miraculous benefits all across the board for healing all kinds of stuff when this oxygen comes to like better to your cells. I'm not going to explain how this works because this video is not about that, and I'm not a professional. You can Google, research about it if you're interested. And the word is HBOT. So if you put it into YouTube, Google, you will find a lot of information. I found here in Tallinn, Estonia, places where they do those, and I am planning to try them out, and then we'll let you know results in like some weeks, because you need to do like many therapies until you see some benefits. However, it seems that these benefits are supposed to be really significant. So let's try and see how this goes. One other thing just to mention quickly, I was telling you that I did my office restructuring, organizing, cleaning up and so forth, and today you had a chance to see this video from a new perspective, where I am not in the usual setup that you were seeing, but I'm here in my lovely room. So this is my room, which doubles as my office and my gym. You can see here the rings that I train on. They're not always in that position. There are like other stuff, but you can see they're there. And here I have these Swedish letters that are used for different things. So yeah, room is definitely not fully finished yet, but already I don't know what's your judgment, but it looks more or less clean. It's not messy, and this is very like nice feeling, because in the morning when I come to the room and have like either starting with my training or have like some early work to do, then it's a nice feeling to come into a nice clean room. It like brings a smile on your face compared to like when I had mess all around. It was challenging. And one other thing that helps also with all this stuff is that here in Tallinn, Estonia, which is usually not so bright and sunny, but most of the year it's like gray and like uglyish weather outside. Now it's finally starting to be a lot more light and sunny, and it's really like changes the way you feel inside when you see that sunlight outside. Some of you maybe have sun all day long, every day almost, and you don't even notice how great this is. But here, like every time in this like springish, late springish, early summer, when it finally comes, this sun, it's like plants, grass, everything is getting like color. Like it really looks like you're stepping from like black and white movie into full color. So it's really good experience, and this is definitely helping out with the mood and energy and everything. So yeah, but this is it about my philosophy. You've heard about stuff that happened with badminton, calisthenics. I didn't talk much about calisthenics. Trainings were okay, nothing special to say, no remarkable things, a bit this like shoulder thing. And the plans for going forward with video trainings where maybe we'll have drastical changes of how things are organized. I will still keep some things, but they will maybe just restructure on how and when what is done so that everything fits nicely together. But there will also be, this will be kind of version 1, and I will be experimenting and adjusting this a lot, but I will be telling you all how this goes for the next episode. You will be able to see how things are moving, and until then, enjoy your trainings, have fun, and see you in 2 weeks.